Y'all, we gotta have this talk. Excuse me that I'm standing up, but I want to. I want to get this off my chest. First off, this is to all my nurses. Nurse, seasoned nurse, new nurse, old nurse, graduate nurse, whatever. Stop harassing these CNAs. And you know exactly what I mean. Stop chasing them around the building, trying to make sure that they do their job. These are grown folks we're talking about. These are grown folks we're dealing with. You're making your job much harder than what it is by chasing them down. The most you should have to do is delegate the task and follow up behind them to see if they did it. Follow up behind does not mean follow the actual CNA. It's actually going to see if the task is done. And your CNA will never have to know that you following up. Because when you trace behind these CNAs like that, first of all, y'all building a bad relationship because nobody wants them to handle them like that. That's just like your ADON or your DON standing over you while you're doing your work, micromanaging you, telling you, hey, you need to do this right, you need to do that, da-da-da-da-da. That's annoying for anybody. And that's why I want to come on and let you guys know, like, stop doing that. Stop harassing them CNAs. I hear about it all the time. It's to the point that we have a nurse. She won't let her CNAs eat. Like, if the company buys us pizza or something, or there was this one time the company did buy us pizza. I took the pizza down to the nurse, and I'm like, hey, this is for the CNAs, and of course the nurses too. But they can eat it at any point in time when they want to, da-da-da-da-da. You know what this nurse said to me? They're not getting nothing to eat until I say they can eat. They're not going to get nothing to eat until I feel like their work is done. I politely pulled her to the side and said, no. I said, these are grown folks that we talking about. Mind you, these people in their 40s, 50s, and some of them 60. And you telling them they can only eat when you tell them to eat or when you feel like their job is completed? No, you can't do that. And so when I told her that, she was like, oh, okay. She was trying to chill or whatever. And I went and told the CNAs, I was like, listen, don't let this nurse sit here and stop y'all from eating this pizza whenever y'all want it because it's for you. So anyways, don't be that nurse because nobody's going to like you. Nobody's going to want to work with you. Nobody wants to be micromanaged. I know for me, I don't. The other thing to you nurses, stop leaving work for other nurses knowing you didn't even attempt or try to do it. Such as, so there has been times where I've worked, let's say day shifts, and I get an order at the end of my shift saying, hey, collect UA. Let's say it's a Thursday. Collect UA. And so since it's the end of my shift, I pass it on to the next nurse. Well, that nurse writes on the 24-hour report, please collect UA. And so they continue to write it on Friday, all day Friday, 3 shifts on Friday. Saturday, 3 shifts on Saturday. Sunday, 3 shifts on Sunday. It's still on there Monday when I return to work. Nobody has gotten the UA. Can somebody please tell me why? Why haven't anybody gotten the UA? That is, 3 days? You got Thursday afternoon. You have all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And now it done came all the way back around to me on Monday. And there's been times when that has happened and I felt like, wait a minute, that is unfair to me because I've been gone from the last day I was here on Thursday. I come back on Monday and still on here. Like, why any of the other nurses trying to get it? Like, that makes any sense. It feel like day shift is the only one that's required to do maybe the most work. And when I say the most work, it always wraps back around to day shift. I have people on overnight to say, oh, can you please call hospice and order whatever medication? They'll name a couple of medications and order the medication and tell them to send some briefs and pads and wipes, please, because we're running low. We out. And I'm thinking to myself, hospice is 24 hours. You can call it anytime. Why is that left for the morning nurse? Like, if you feel me where I'm coming from, make sure you comment below in the comment section, because it's ridiculous of what some of these nurses are doing. Then you have weekend nurses or PRN nurses. They come in and let's say the med aid brings to their attention, hey, X, Y, and Z needs a new order sent over to Walgreens because they don't have any more refills. There's been times medics come and tell me that the nurse will tell them, well, won't you tell the nurses that work Monday through Friday? Or tell the nurses that's normally here more than me. You a nurse. I don't care if you the weekend nurse, PRN nurse, full-time or part-time nurse. You can do the same job as me. And if you don't know how to do the same job as me, it's a problem. It's a problem. And you're a more seasoned nurse than I am. You've been doing this probably as long as I've been alive. Like, y'all, I get so sick of it. I get so sick of it. And let me hit you with this. For instance, last night when I worked, I have a hospice patient that, I'm just constantly doing rounds on, checking on them, and just making sure they're still alive on my shift, and I'm doing whatever I need to do to keep this individual comfortable. Well, I noticed around, I don't know, it was maybe about 5 o'clock when I was doing my last rounds, that the resident was he was asleep, but just a little agitated, I could tell. So I said, okay, let me see if there's something I can give. Mind you, they're on hospice. Normally, when you're on hospice, you have like a comfort kit, and that's just like, your Ativan, your morphine, your Tylenol, your suppository. Like, you have all this whole kit. And I went to look in the computer under this hospice patient. They didn't have any comfort meds. And I'm thinking to myself, as many times as I have counted the narcotic cart with the med aid, there are meds in there for this individual. Why it's not entered in our system? Can't understand. So I go and double check. I said, let me just go make sure that it's not in the cart. I go look in the cart. I see 3 blister packs of like Ativan. None of them in our computer system. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and put it in the computer system. Then I go and look for the actual order of the date that this person was placed on hospice. Couldn't find the actual order. However, couldn't find the actual note when the person got placed on hospice. However, I did find like one order, I guess from the doctor, basically saying, admit such and such to, and they tell you the hospice company name. Why it says October 12th? Why today is November 14th? No comfort meds been put in. Nobody has called the doctor and said, hey, we don't have X, Y, and Z. Like, I literally had to tell the morning nurse this morning, please call that hospice company. Ask them to bring out or send out some morphine or any of this comfort meds, because we have nothing. I have nothing I can keep this person comfortable. If I didn't find out how long it was going to stay like that, that means nobody is paying that close attention to this particular resident. And he's on his deathbed. 3 blister packs full of Ativan. The patient is agitated, but ain't nobody giving the medicine. Like, I don't understand, like, why some of you nurses, y'all have medication y'all would not give. I don't know if it goes against your religion or what, but baby, the healthcare field is not for you if you can't give a little morphine. If you're scared to give morphine, if you're scared to give Ativan, if you're scared to give any medication, this is not for you. So as a nurse, like I said, I inputted the Ativan in the system so I could give it. I went ahead and gave it, went back and checked. The patient began to relax a little bit more where they could sleep properly. Okay? But I was just so irritated with this because I'm like, this happened so often, especially in memory care, especially where it's patients that can't, advocate for themselves. I'm just saying, us as nurses, we got to do better. We have to take more time out, be a little bit more patient, and take care of these patients. I just wanted to get that off my chest. If y'all have any comments regarding this situation, not even my situation, if you have experienced any of these situations, I thank you guys just for listening to me rant about the stuff that I experienced being a nurse. And if you have any comments regarding it, please list it or comment below. Like and share. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Until next time, guys. Peace.